focusing now on reading and writing. And yesterday I gave you the assignment to read the myth that I gave you. And then I asked you to go to our Google Classroom page and click on the link, answer the question, how were myths of like fables, folk tales, and legends, and how are they different? You kind of gave me some good ideas. One thing though I want to clear up is that a lot of you said they were nonfiction. That is not true. Nonfiction means that they are true stories. Myths, they're made up. They are fiction. They are not real. Now, some of them are written in ways that make them kind of seem like they're real, but they're really not. They are fiction. They are made up stories. They were written a long time ago, and a lot of times they were written to kind of explain why something happened. For example, a myth might try to explain why the sun is in the sky or why it goes around the earth. Okay? They oftentimes involve gods or goddesses. Right now, there's a whole lot of interest in mythology, like Percy Jackson, things like that. They are talking about gods and goddesses, and that is mythology. Okay? A lot of times myths are used to explain or things in such a way that it's symbolic. So something you read in the story might represent something else. All right? One difference, though, is that myths are not exactly to teach a lesson, although the lessons can be learned, but it's more or less to explain something. Now, when you're reading your myths, I still want you to start to think about the theme, okay? And that's one of the things you're going to have to focus on today, the theme of the myth that you've been given to read, because there is still a central message there. Okay, it's just a little bit different. And as you read your story and become more familiar with it, I think you're going to kind of see what I'm talking about. All right. If you take a look, I drew you a little bit of a flow chart over here just for you. Historical events. So when we start off with the historical events, this is exactly what happened. This is the truth. This is the stuff that you're going to read in your history books. Okay. Then we go to legends. Now, if you remember, when we talked about legends, we talked about how they are passed down over time, and a lot of times the true parts kind of get stuck in the middle of the not true parts. People kind of add to the story, so what you're left with is, well, what was true and what wasn't true, and you weren't really sure. So in legends, there is some truth there, it's just kind of hard to find it. But then you get over here to myths and folk tales, and they're completely made up. They're completely made up stories to either teach a lesson or sometimes explain how things happened, experiences. Okay, I hope that makes sense. If you have questions, let me know. So here's what you're going to do for me today for reading. You're going to grab your story again, all right, whichever one you have. There are 4 different stories, and they were given to you in groups. So each group is going to have a different story. And then you're going to pull out this packet. So this is a new packet. You all should have this packet in your reading and writing folder. This was one that I passed out to you before you left me. And we are going to focus on the parts of a story. If you remember, one of the learning targets that we are working on in reading and writing is I can use specific details from the story to describe a character, setting, or event. And that's pretty much what you're going to be doing on this paper. Okay? There is a box down here where it says theme or central message. All right? I do want you to also do this box down here. All right, kind of just fill it out. And if you remember, the theme or the central message is the central message, the idea that the author's trying to get across. Okay, and a lot of times these are just 1 or 2 words. It doesn't have to be major. All right, let me know if you have any questions. I will talk to you soon. Love you. Bye.